Hello guys, what's up? This is Murtaza from A Coder's Journey. This is the next episode of our RxJS in Angular series. I hope that you guys have already watched my previous videos. If that's not the case, please make sure you do. In the previous episodes, we kind of talked about RxJS, reactive programming, how it fits in the realm of Angular development. And in this episode and the next upcoming episode, I'm gonna dive a little bit deeper in the concept of reactive programming and the different concepts of RxJS and how they can help us build reactive systems. Let's talk a little bit about reactive programming in this video to kind of get a sense of what reactive programming is all about. Of course, it's a specific kind of thinking about application development, reactive. So basically it means that your application reacts to something, right? So it is reactive, it is kind of responsive. When something happens, your application reacts by doing something. Now, reactive programming is a programming paradigm that focuses on handling asynchronous data streams and the propagation of changes. I think the keyword here is data streams. So it means that a stream of data, right, asynchronously is coming into your application and you are going to handle that stream. So it's not one single piece of data, it is a stream of data, right? So this stream could contain only one piece of data, it could contain multiple pieces of data, but it is a data stream which is asynchronous. It is coming into the application and you guys are gonna have to handle that. And of course, propagation of changes, when a change happens and that change propagates to other parts of the application. Now, reactive programming provides us with a concise and declarative way to express the behavior of a system in response to these events, changes, and data flow. So as I told you, reactive programming is all about having a reactive system, a responsive system, a system that responds to events, changes, or data flow. And more often than not, these event changes and data flow, these are asynchronous. Now, in the realm of web development, where responsiveness and real-time interactions are crucial, reactive programming has become a powerful and essential tool. At the core of reactive programming is the concept of reactive systems, right? So these systems are designed to be responsive or reactive, resilient, and elastic. Elastic means that when, for example, elasticity or elastic means, for example, when the load of the system increases, the resources that the system uses are going to increase in order to accommodate for the increased load on the system. And when the load decreases, these resources are deallocated, they are freed up in order for the system to keep working with a kind of a limited set of resources. So this is elasticity. Elasticity and scalability are very related to one another. And a system which is responsive, of course, it means that it reacts or it responds, right, when something happens. And resilient, of course, means that the system is able to keep working even though something unfavorable happens. So it is resilient. It is, of course, one of the characteristics of microservices architecture as well. We're not going to talk about them here. Now, this means they can adapt to changes. Reactive systems, they can adapt to changes. They are elastic, right? When something happens or changes, they are able to adapt. They handle failures gracefully, so they are resilient. If something bad happens in the system doesn't crash altogether. It can handle failures in a graceful manner, right? Even though some failures are due to happen, right? They are probable. They will happen, of course, but the system is prepared to handle them gracefully. And it can scale seamlessly. Of course, it is elastic. Reactive programming allows developers to model complex interactions in a more intuitive and manageable way making it well suited for modern web applications. Web applications which are more often than not working with asynchronous data streams. We are not concerned, we are not working with one piece of data. More often than not, we are talking about a stream of data that asynchronously comes into the application, and we are going to handle them in a responsive, resilient, and elastic way. As I told you, reactive programming is based on reactive systems. So reactive systems are responsive, resilient, and elastic. They adapt to changes, they can handle failures gracefully, and they can scale seamlessly. As the load increases, the resources increase, right? So to accommodate that increased load. As the load decreases, they can scale down, right? So they can adapt to changes. They are elastic. And this, makes reactive programming and reactive systems, the ideas behind reactive systems, a great fit when it comes to developing modern web applications. I'm going to end this video here, guys. I'm going to talk about key principles and concepts of RxJS in the next video. I think the next video will be very important. We're going to talk about observers, observables, subscriptions, and so on. Make sure you watch the next video as well. And if you aren't subscribed to A Coder Journey, please make sure you do. And stay tuned for the next video where we are going to talk about the key principles and concepts of RxJS. See you then.